Well, 16 days of sports festivities may be over in Rio, but it gave us a chance to see the best of the best in various events and also get to meet new stars and new champions. Continuing with our special interview series of Korea's Olympic champions. Today, our Lee Unshin sat down with Korean fencer Kim Jung-hwan, who brought home the nation's very first medal in men's individual sabre event.
Known as a gentleman's sport, fencing requires a lot more than skills, speed, or strength. It's all about mental agility. By the way, this is a lot heavier than it looks.
Forget about wielding it in a duel. It's a struggle just to hold the sword properly at first. But the sophisticated sport of fencing is widely popular in Korea, owing to its thrilling pace, elegant movements, and tactical demands. And it just so happens to be an Olympic discipline in which the nation is improving by the year. To prove that, Team Korea's Kim Jung-hwan won the nation's very first medal in the men's individual sabre event this summer in Rio. After a warm homecoming, Kim sat down with me for a quick chat about his journey to Rio and the much treasured memento he brought home.
저에게는 마지막이 될 수 있었던 올림픽이었는데요. 그동안 런던 올림픽에서 금메달을 따고 4년 동안 열심히 준비해서 이제 리우 올림픽에 출전하게 됐는데 메달의 색깔하고는 상관없이 처음에 목표를 메달 획득으로 이제 목표를 잡고 이제 올림픽에 출전했었어요. 근데 아쉽긴 하지만 저에게는 이제 사브로 우리나라 최초의 메달을 땀으로써 저에게는 금메달 못지않게 뜻깊은 메달을 획득했다고 생각해서 기쁘게 생각합니다.
And perhaps the tough fights he had to endure, the anguish of a close defeat, make his decoration even more rewarding.
추격을 하다가 이제 경기를 내줬었는데요. 올림픽이라는 자체는 이제 동메달 결정전이라는 게 또 남아 있기 때문에 이 기분을 계속 갖고 가면 동메달 결정전에서도 제 실력이 나올 수 없을 것 같다라는 생각이 있어서 이 기분을 여기서 빨리 리셋을 해서 이제 동메달 결정전에 내 모든 것을 다 쏟아붓자 이렇게 마음을 먹었던 기억이 납니다.
Fight with anger and you will lose, Kim says. In other words, don't bring your emotions into the fencing hall. To illustrate the principles of this graceful sport, and partially in hopes of improving my poor demonstration from earlier, Kim generously offered to teach me some basic moves of the sabre.
So, how did it all start? Why fencing of all sports, and why sabre? When did you realize that this was your calling?
중학교 2학년 때인데 이제 같은 반에 저랑 되게 친했던 펜싱부인 선수가 있었어요. 제가 신체에 비해서 팔이 되게 길다는 거를 이제 알게 된 거예요. 근데 이 펜싱 같은 경우에는 팔이 긴 게 정말 유리한 요건 중에 하나 조건이거든요. 그때부터 좀 이제 제가 신체 조건이 유리하다는 걸 안 후부터 좀 펜싱에 대해서 열심히 하고 갈망을 했던 것 같아요. 네.
Just one look at this huge collection of trophies at his home in Seoul's Gangnam is evidence of that. And proudly displaying her son's achievements is the mother of the fencer, who Kim says has always been his biggest supporter, even when he didn't believe in himself.
저 밝은 얼굴만 볼 수 있으면 메달이 아니래도 다행이다 싶었는데 그래도 동메달까지 간 것만 해도 고맙죠. 네.
So, I think what a lot of people want to know is, what's the next step for an Olympian after he wins a medal? You said this was your last Olympics, but can you really see yourself without a sword in your hand?
우리나라 펜싱이 정말 어렵게 이만큼 올라온 만큼 이제 저 다음 세대의 후배들을 위해서 제가 갖고 있는 노하우나 이런 기술들을 저 나름대로도 이제 힘이 닿는 데까지 최선을 다해볼 생각입니다.
As a fencer, as a coach, who knows what the future holds for Kim Jung-hwan? But one thing remains as clear as the determination in his eyes. There's no leaving fencing anytime soon. Lee Unshin, Arirang News.